Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
It's about television, isn't it?
What a wild ride this has been.
I'm a bit afraid.
A very blunt question.
Let's see.
Is lying to you.
Category set. We're set.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy.
A balanced
Never
experience.
I cannot believe you, Ellen.
You can select how much stress. Select a screen before the broadcast starts. Don't wait till you're live. The election, day 1. Turn right. Oh. Oh!
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Yeah.
Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Taking 4 old ladies from East Bleaching.
Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break. That's great. Any second now, you should be getting a signal through from the studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all eyes are on this room. We do not want to get fired.
Sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie, The Freedom.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, Stevie, make me cry on postures.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist.
Before
Going
we
5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson. For the
Good
National
evening.
Night News.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good.
The election
Next
win
is going to be the
that
throw to the
gets
news
trivia.
titles on screen 2.
Hopeful or
There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate.
hostile.
It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Person of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right, button
That's
2
what's coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2, bit early there, mate.
Oh, I thought I could roll it
Next
early.
is the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However,
I'm completely out of my depth here.
All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. The first one and a first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
This is amazing. It's complete utter chaos in my head. I can't.
I thought that was our little secret.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship. Yeah.
Wicked. We've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or play out to the wide shot for a bit, just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well
Yes.
get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Go.
Who's,
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners in advance. But first off,
Ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to
Right,
the
go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear. I do
Oh, no touching.
when I tell you.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
I have to pause here. I'm sorry. I really wanted to avoid that. But the fact that you can see everything is so distracting. But did you notice her eyes when he touched her arm? What she did? Like, like there was a crocodile coming out of the sofa or something. Oh, this is bloody hilarious. Okay. Just get the Humble Choice, then you get this and Heaven's Vault and Fort Triumph. They were all really cool. And there are 3 more fun games in there. You can ignore that it has golf in it. I think it's worth it. I was not so sure about the Humble Choice this month, but I have seen the Dice Legacy is not on it though, right? But the others we saw today are, and wow. See, I heard about this game, and then earlier today I went and started it up and went into the menu to set the audio levels, and the menu is already so insane with the suggestions what's going to happen next. And also the fact that it's a 60 gigabyte install. This is amazing.
movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is. I've worked with him on several movies.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
I said to Peter,
Now back to Thunder
what a
Twat.
wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people.
Been on that shot a bit long.
Most of all, I think I do it for the positive change.
I'm trying to avoid her face already.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
Remember the 10-second rule.
I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore.
Oh.
Well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
He did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the
For The
break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right. No, mate, drag right. Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, Lance, we mustn't.
I want to watch the movie.
Thanks to you, Miss Flanagan.
Miss Flanagan?
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same
No.
as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate.
Dr. Hemlock.
Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Yes.
The virus. The sterility.
Now there's more to come.
This folder. This is the key.
Stop.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
All the time.
At the end of the
Next.
clip, you'll want to play another ad.
Yeah.
Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in. Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. sports. As you
Yes.
probably notice, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen. Here, when someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you
Alright.
gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's
Oh, no.
why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
Loose leaf
As you turn it up,
Remain.
you'll hear the advert getting louder.
and iceberg. Plus this exclusive lettuce fridge magnet. All for just
Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 5.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast.
Go for it, Pat.
Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I'm not celebrating pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign,
Oh, this is
we've heard us
hilarious.
say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need
Oh,
a
stop
party.
talking.
You need
Yeah.
a team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future.
Oh!
What are you celebrating?
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate.
Too long on this, mate.
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be
Look at the
introducing a
screen number
single
1.
reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting.
What the
A
fuck?
simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked.
I did already by accident.
You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first,
Good question.
you're gonna pay it back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute
Look at them.
shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
Ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
Oh.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes.
Oh, too late.
Ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Crazy Neil.
This is some weird
green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa. In a grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals are unreal. You've got people coming over at Christmas. You've got Nan. She's going to leave us.
This is hilarious.
You don't want her sitting on this white sofa. She's going to have to sit on the dark sofa. This is the deal with Neil Appeal. You want to throw your money at us? We'll give you a leather sofa for a price that is just crazy. If you've got lightning striking, then strike us. The lightning is hot. You've got a disused sofa. We don't care if it's smelly, stuck in front of your telly, full of wellies. We'll take that shit away. Don't make a meal out of it. Make a deal out of it. We got a big ass deal on a big ass chair. We've got white chairs, blue chairs, stools, inflatable chairs. This is a crazy deal with Neil Appeal. You don't want no lame ass chair. You want a great chair. We had a man come down the other day and he brought in his young daughter and he wanted her to have the best chair. We got those chairs. We got more of those chairs. We got tall chairs, chairs on wheels, wheelchairs. We got chairs for twins, chairs made out of steel, chairs that are a steal and a deal. We got those chairs. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals. You want a toilet? We can do you a toilet. We can do you a toilet next to a chair. We can do you a chair next to a toilet. Hell, we can even do you a toilet chair. So you come on down, you bring your ass, we got it, you want it. You want it, we've got it, you want it. You pay us. You want it, we've got it, you want it. You want it, we've got it, you pay us.
Awesome. Oh man. So Crazy Neil is good at the more info. All offensive words were censored, some problems with interference, an exceedingly poor edit. Yes. Interesting, what's that? Can't read that. You have received your full wages. Currently wealth... What? Current wealth broke as poor. And then you can buy shares. Yeah, it is. It's a trip back, isn't it? Can I click on this? No.
Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Oh, that's cool.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News.
It's going to be horrible.
But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871. Not one to miss. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors, and tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman. Finally, at midnight, it's the National Weather Report, before we say good night until tomorrow. But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Cyst buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the
Honest
fly
Andy.
market. Top Chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And A Spoonful of Sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Night of News. But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
Oh, there are so many details in this game. I'm probably not able to notice more than 20% while playing for the first time. And that being said, there's so much stuff that you actually are aware of when you sit in that chair. Remember that we can look left and right. The phone can ring. And then you have to keep the total timer. You need to be aware of that. And then the censorship bleep. That's complete madness.
But critics of it.
I want to fast forward to the bit that I completely destroyed. Here. Because I was so distracted, I didn't realize that the that the frequency was going out. Okay.
Rushes, and let's have a look at those.
What's a rush?
Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go.
Oh, that is good.
To the backstage secrets. Hit back.
Here. Because he was going crazy in the studio, right? I couldn't listen to that because I was doing the show thing.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
Oh, but this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh, no. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off.
This is fairly loud. I'm going to tune the game's volume down a bit. I'm not sure which audio slider that is, but it's a bit loud. But he's a bastard, isn't he?
You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
What was going on
Thank
up
you
here?
so
I didn't
much.
even notice that. Let's go back. I'm glad I'm not working at a television. I'm gonna turn those off. Turn that on.
One beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man.
Who's that?
Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you.
Okay, this is hilarious. So you can go back and have a look at what happened, and then you can choose what to listen to. Obviously, it's the whole studio. So you hear from the background, from his background. Well, yeah, you hear them and so on, and then there's Jeremy who's settled in front of the camera. Nobody. Rob, I think he called him Jeremy. So that's pretty cool as an add-on feature. Let's see if I press this. All right. What's this? Okay. Yeah, you guys are seeing or realizing more than I can.
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this.
10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a liar and
right.
a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Cool. That's that.
Welcome back.
This was very hard to edit for me, but that was good fun to watch. And then the crazy Neil. But what I completely missed was Come to Bumley. I just saw the pictures. It looked horrid. Is that the right thing?
Where can you get warm, sandy beaches, clear waters, and fine dining? Well, we're not sure, but here in St Bumley on the Taint, we've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily.
St Bumley on the Taint.
Well, we're not sure, but here in St Bumley on the Taint, we've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily. Visit picturesque St Bumley this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other.
Yeah, those are the pictures I saw. Okay, I just didn't get the introduction. Awesome. So, there are obviously more things that happen, right? What's the time? I got another. It's a bit of an overload. An unexpected form. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. Oh shoot. And now the game gets another layer on top of the hectic button pressing. The first page is filled in already. Alex Winston, Sam Winston, Charles Winston, Susie Winston. Well, you muse, at least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to your new co-workers. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. I would recommend that my colleague reports it. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous one. You would leave work on time. Since nobody asked me. It's the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited. You're looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. I feel suspicious now. All the hair. You've had all 2.5. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. No, you don't do that. You focus on issues and challenges you face while working there. No. Refuse to attend. Ha! List your achievements, all the good memories you have working there. Yeah, there you go. That's the least obnoxious. Maybe. In your spare time, you attend political rallies. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Your ideal holiday getaway would be exploring somewhere unfamiliar, discovering new experiences and challenges. Well, I don't know. Surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily grind. Well, let's go for somewhere unfamiliar. Could be interesting. It is most important that the government keeps people free. This distorted screen. Thank you for your cooperation, Advance Note. Your time is valuable, and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Oh boy. Family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. Yeah, right. I'm gonna be in prison in 5 minutes. There's the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. There's the goofy face. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers. But I need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. Are you okay? Should I go get Sam? No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. You've heard about the Assets and Wealth Act? Well, I literally work news, Chris. Chris fist bangs the table. It's total bullshit. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness. Which is why I need your help. Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? Chris' eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. What do you want with my passport? They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look so similar, so... Now Chris is pacing. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go... He said me and my money, right? But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Surely there's another way. Can't be that serious. You're joking, right? I always done right by you, Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? But you know, the thing that drives me to say no is that he said, I want to get me and my money safe. I want your passport to get me and my money into safety, and he has not mentioned helping us in any way. So no, can't help you. Fine, I'll solve this myself. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the nigh-on fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. What has Automod again with the issues? Yeah, if he had something other than him and his money, I would probably have helped. Oh boy. Ah.
Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
I can't tell what was so loud earlier, so I'm just gonna set this at the same. Maybe like this. Power on, he said.
At least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Alan James Craze in the Jeu de Cochon. Advanced go-getters. Should we play Is This Toy Safe? Remington Swist's must-have toy for your child this Christmas. Should be played introducing Advance's Go-Getters Teen Team. An elegant new skin cream with a porky little twist. Alan James is coming soon to a medium-sized hall near you. Who's Alan James? I have no idea. Crazy Neil is awesome. Mr. Snugglechucks is something I don't really want to see. That's why we put it there.
Headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These two buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time off, we'll be back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says there's
Finally tonight
Is this
at 10
Janet who
p.m.
thinks dogs
it's a
have
bit of
their own
escapism
secret language?
with Lawrence
Yeah, the one that
Fletcher's
mistrusts the
acclaimed
moon.
action movie.
10 seconds,
Bullet
everybody.
Man,
Not the best
taking us
source
up
of
to the
consumer
National Weather
advice, then.
Report and
Don't blame
close
me
down
when
at
it
a quarter
explodes.
past
Going in
midnight.
5,
But
4,
before all that,
3.
it's time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's National Night
Good
News.
evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guests if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington Swist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from the archive, gives us a sense of this influential young
The
man.
impulse is there to show the other photo.
Becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university.
Wait, isn't one of the adverts the same name? Remington?
The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Damn it.
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety, making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Morgansford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered was previously unreachable.
Switching that real quick.
Underwater flower technology. The pair
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in.
and the undiscovered
We're broadcasting live.
of course, only the latest in a series of successful
And this is not for broadcast.
in a joint
Hilarious game.
The pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field. Rumours abound that sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is now to be found.
There he is. That's the picture I had in my mind.
The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore, whose recent
Tiffany.
show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these
Okay.
two budding youngsters?
Johnny Hamsleeve.
And Grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective, with more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight.
I'm a slave of the system.
Sledgehammer to crack a nut. All that, and
Yeah, I should
young
have.
actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Night News.
Oh. our new speaker.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office. We're talking about the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't.
Katie Brightman,
no.
do you agree?
I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right. Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile.
This is hilarious. Oh man, the thing is, the game is way too funny. And it's super distracting because of there's so much going on, right? And I think the way they do the performances and the way it's depicted in the 4 screens and the effect it has alone on your end here as a player, what you see, what's going to happen in 2 seconds, it's hilarious. 3 more books. Yeah, probably. Oh man, this is insane. Yeah, I can absolutely understand that if Beth had to restart. I mean, this is insane. And as a non-native speaker, and I'm pulling that card now on purpose. English is not my first language, right? And streaming this while trying to play this, while trying to understand all what's going on without getting distracted by all the shit that's going on screen, it's just making this a trip. It feels trippy, but in the most positive way that I could imagine. And I think this is going to get dark-ish. Right? I think it's over the top enough so that you don't have to cry yourself to sleep at night. But I think they are scratching with very sharp nails. They are scratching very current topics, but in a very fun way. And I thought up to today, and I haven't played its entirety. You know, I can't really judge it 100%. But I haven't thought until today that was possible in a game. I reserved that for movies and books, but I think this game might be able to pull it off. Of course, it's easier to just go very dark and very grim and so on, but adding humor to it, that can go wrong.
What they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is
shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most destructive threat that the world powers.
There's another book gone.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable. And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking
out of the wrong orifice.
I got the sigh. That was good.
When they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
What happened?
Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your positions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advanced
Bollocks is okay.
historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding
I'm not censoring anything here.
They're already
No censorship.
unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Franken-science and opiates. Franken-science and opiates. Like opiates. See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want
Belief
to see
juice.
these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan. What does the future look like to you, Alan?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need
That was
to
too
change,
slow.
but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much do you
Oh!
Oh, shut the fuck
Oh.
up, Alan. I've never heard so
I had
much
to
shit
put
in
the
my
ad.
life.
I forgot.
Well, we'll see.
Now people are gonna see all that. Oh no! I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna get fired. Oh man, this is insane. Recommendations. Headliner. $3 is an hour-long game. Cool, headliner. Okay. Thanks for the recommendation, Vika. Absolutely hilarious. Badger, welcome in. I have no clue what's going on. We're playing not for broadcast, and I'm filling in a broadcaster position at the local low-budget television station, where I'm trying to avert complete disaster, which doesn't happen to work out pretty well, which is perfect. Currently, I forgot to run an ad, and the viewers could see the people in the studio fighting. And there was an absolute asshole sitting there trying to hardcore promote his book, right? A bit like the graphics artist who wanted to sell me something earlier. It's like, well, here's my book. But here's my book. Have you seen my book? Oh man, it's obviously set in a fictional universe where we are currently running the ad you can see on the right, which is hilarious, by the way.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
And you want your house to look like a Christmas bomb has hit it, then we got the ornaments for you. You want something like vases, or vases, or another cactus to go with your first cactus, or this, a crazy Christmas vase.
I should have run the first ad. I think that's the one I prepared.
Hey, duck,
Alan James.
Christmas elephant. We've got all the seasonal animals. Crazy Neil's crazy deals. This is a clear out of the storage locker that second Mrs. Neil abandoned. Like she
Beholder is good as well.
It's
Cool.
a rainbow of crazy fun.
Yeah,
Don't
papers,
get broke
please.
And get yourself quick. Grab yourself a crazy deal with Neil Appeal.
Okay, we're good.
Welcome back. In our second segment of the state of law and order in our country, Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me. Yes, I've got
What's
you,
it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Mr. Schnugglehogs.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the
Uh-oh.
crisis. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving,
At a
Greg.
structural level. Time, darling.
It never is it?
Time, darling.
I'll be at my mother's. It never is it?
Just hang on. Just hang
Oh, I can't multitask this.
Jeremy, it's nationwide. It's nationwide.
She just walked in on him.
Have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. John.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. John.
What the hell is this? What are they doing?
Relieve the pressure on our public.
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving? Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes.
What the hell is going on? So,
Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Quite the picture of a Gregory Judge. Thank you for joining us. Gregory Judge. Next time joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob? Do you think there's a problem?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night.
Not
looking
again.
through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife.
oh, I can't do this at the
Do
same
you feel
time.
the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted Sunday sermon,
Bastard.
probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, Jeremy, your bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Delia, could you give me a little help, please?
What's going on?
As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much.
What the hell is going
You
on?
think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is
Your
awesome.
box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this. Delia,
No, I wonder
I'm
why.
talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
And whose responsibility is to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this... Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, this is hilarious. Like I said, they are doing
I
the...
am not having this again. Clive, I am not having...
I'm showing all of it. No censorship.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal. No one else. Everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and
Why
hides
do we
them
hit?
upstairs
We
like
need
a
more
normal
viewers.
child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there. We're locking down the police's position on morality. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swap.
Why is it going lower volume?
Today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony. Many happy
Cheers,
returns,
Jez.
Tony.
Call me Titwank, Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing
Everybody
that.
else does.
Can you tell us what it's like in prison?
He just said that. He just said that. Ah. This is not a family-friendly stream, obviously. I'm very happy that I put it in the chat. If you click on it. Okay. So, this is going to be fun with him.
Tony, can you tell us what
Titwank,
it's like
Tony.
in prison?
Titwank, Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, mixed bag.
Why did that repeat?
It's a constant battle against institutionalization. And obviously, Titwank's quite hard to come by. And obviously,
I'm picking up that you're not alone there. I'm picking up that
Titwank,
you're...
Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony? Helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Wank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification. I think asking
Sounds
that is
like
an
it's getting quite busy there, Tony.
Sounds like
it's getting quite Let's try and soldier on, Tony. But since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new custody?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris. Yeah, all the boys are here. Little Chris. Big Chris. And Vampire Chris. Little Chris. And Vampire Chris.
And the stripper is also there.
One sec, love. Tony's on the loose. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Rehabilitation's difficult. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Only
Come on now, fellas, I'm on the news.
Oh, I'm breaking up. Oh. Oh, they broke the stream. I'm crying tears. Oh God. Oh, I need to drink something. It's gonna come out the nose, wait. This is the news with Titwang Tony. We're professionals, we can do that. Oh, holy crap. No, I don't want to get to the best one because you guys have to play it on your own. I'm gonna stop here. The hour is over. We saw 1 hour of not for broadcast. It's not for broadcast. Any of it? It's not for broadcast. This is for playing. This is a hilarious game. It's very hard to play. There's a story mode, right? If you think that managing the frequency while trying to watch what's coming next, while seeing what's coming in 2 seconds, while hearing what's already live, is a bit much for your brain, which could be, well, you know, might be different for you. If you can go for the story mode, we have to do less management and can focus more on what's on screen. But the thing is, you don't need to do that because from the main menu, you can go to the archive where you can view the adverts. For example,
I'm Alan James. This is not a movie.
and you can watch the adverts that you missed because you were doing other things, or you can rewatch the broadcast that you did and look at your mistakes, which is hilarious fun, I think.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
I've not played anything like this ever.
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
Brilliant. I don't say that a lot, but this is brilliant. Not for broadcast on the current humble choice. If you think all the other games on there are crap, maybe it's worth it for this one alone.